This is really cool. I talk with my brother about this a lot. So my brother's a doctor. I only have one brother. His name's William. He's a great doctor, but he also is a licensed contractor in Wyoming, and he owns a lot of real estate and he builds stuff and does gutters and all these other things. He's always been good with his hands. And we've been talking a lot about doing a real estate play on the side. And one of the things we've been thinking about is what would it cost to do 3D fabrication of homes? And what's really cool is that you can design the entire home in a virtual model. You can play around with the whole thing, and then you can just print it. And then it has everything all set up for the piping and the wires and the insulation and so forth. And you may be able to, with manufactured home prices like $130,000, comparably build something larger and as sturdy as an ICF home or something like that. It's certainly something that's really interesting. I had a great conversation with some ministers in Mozambique and other countries who were working on affordable housing as well. And we even talked to the Inlu people, if you remember that, years ago down in South Africa about their efforts to construct structures. It seems to me that 3D printing is not quite where it needs to be, but miracles have been achieved. And if you look at the trend lines, kind of like what Musk did with battery-powered cars and Tesla, we are in a situation where the cost will hit a certain point where it's actually not only practical, it's the most sensible thing to 3D print a home. And you can have significantly stronger structures because you can print a geometry you can't build by hand that can distribute weight much better, and then also ensure better accessibility of wiring and piping and these things without the usual tricks and techniques that people use for construction. So it is a passion of mine, and I'm quite interested in it. And at some point, my brother and I probably start a company on it. But we're going to do a real estate fund first in Wyoming, and we'll kind of grow it to a point where we have our own construction company, and then we do 3D printing. And I'd love to go to like all throughout Ethiopia and other places and just 3D print houses and do that quickly. It'd be a lot of fun.